Welcome, everyone. A very, very big good afternoon to everybody. We welcome you back on the show today. As usual, this is Youth Today show on AP Radio UK and MZ Radio London, and of course, it is co-hosted by both myself and my beautiful co-host, Cheryl.
Mm.
Hello, hi. So, just before we start, how's your week been? How's your week been so far?
Well, I'm supposed to answer the question. Okay, good, good. My week has been a roller coaster. I've had exams all week, so I think it was my first try at exams not written by the school. It's like my first try at professional exams. So but we thank God.
Okay,
Thank God.
all right. So, first impressions,
First impression, school is different.
right? I mean, it will be. They try
School
to
is
mellow it
different.
down a bit for you in school, don't they?
Yeah, and more like professional exams. I mean, you can understand the concept fine, but if you don't
Mm,
know how to apply it to real life situations, then it's a it's a story from
yeah.
them.
In the end, I believe they know that we're going into the world anyways now, so we need to know
Exactly.
how to apply these things we learn in uni to our everyday
Mm-hmm.
life. So yeah, I think wow, good for you, good for you.
Thank you. How about you? How's your week been?
My week as always, just work, 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 and more work. I was stressed out yesterday actually. This close to getting really ill, but I mean, thank God for his healing. And yeah, I'm fine today. I will definitely be taking some day off next week so I can
Praise
rest a
God.
bit. So I can rest a little bit, because I mean, the body, we're not machines, are we? We do
Mhm.
need some rest sometime. So yes, thank you very much for that. Welcome back to the show, guys. This is Youth Today, and for the past 3 weeks, we've been talking about savings and investments. Savings and investments. And of course, this topic is under the theme money and possessions, because I mean, who doesn't have money? Who doesn't need money? Who doesn't use money? The world is all about money, money, money these days. So we might as well learn how to properly manage as well as spend and use our money wisely. We've had a guest, I think, on the show. We had a guest here last week who really helped us break down what investment is and how we can invest wisely. Of course, he didn't hesitate to let us know that we need to involve God in our process, because in the end, God is seeing everything. He knows everything that is happening. And I don't think, because he wants what's best for us, he will definitely let us know what is the right investment to go into, which one is fine, which one is okay, which one would last longer, and everything. He also gave us examples of what happened to him as well. So, very personal examples he shared with us last week. If you haven't watched the video, it's on our YouTube. It's on our YouTube account at AP Radio UK. So just go pop up into our page and watch some of our videos. We have loads of them that we've been doing as
Mhm.
well. So you might also have a look. Some on fashion, some on savings, some on investments, and others. So please do comment, like our videos, and share them. Thank you. Okay, so I'll just be handing over to Shim, my co-host today. I want her to also tell us what we have been talking about the past 3 weeks and what she has learned and what she hopes that everyone else has learned as well. So over to you, Shim.
Okay. Well, like Marvelous rightly said, we've been talking about money and possession. So we had like this big umbrella called money and possession, and
Mm,
then we decided to split it into like three sessions on what we do with our money and possessions, why we need to save, and practicalities of saving, and also practicalities of investment. And I must say, it's been a really wonderful 3 weeks. It's been eye opening, it's been insightful in the sense that, sometimes you think you know what you're doing with your money. Sometimes you think you know what to do with your money. But really, at the end of the day, when you hear people talk about it and people give you insights to what they've been doing, and also bringing it back to the spiritual part of it. I mean, until I started doing my research on the Bible, when I was doing practicalities of saving and investments as well, I didn't really know the Bible actually did touch on things like this. Sometimes we Christians, we tend to live in the, oh, when is that time? Something will happen. But at the same time, it's good to take, adequate steps. I mean, man can plan, but God has the final and ultimate say. But if you then do your planning with the help of God, then I feel like, it'll be smooth sailing. God is not an author of confusion. So if you develop your relationship with God to an extent that you can talk to him about anything, including your finances, then it's going to be easy for you to plan your finances and even know what investments to go into and all that. So I think one thing I learned as well is there's something that Datola mentioned last week, and he talked about, aside from the fact of, always bring it back to God. That is a very important lesson. But as Christians, I feel like that's what we should always do. But one thing I did learn from him last week was him talking about doing your research yourself. Like, even as someone that studied finance and investment, I didn't really understand the gravity of that research thing until he said it last time, because there's a lot that doing your research goes into. I mean, a normal person might just want to say, I know airlines are, they make big money. I'll invest in maybe airline stocks. Yeah. But really, if you do your research, in recent times, people don't travel as much. So definitely their stock prices has dropped a lot.
Yeah, the stocks fall.
That maybe something like pharmaceuticals or maybe everyday essentials, stock of places like Tesco and all of those things would have risen. So that's just all about doing your research, and it's really, really important. So that's one thing I learned. Like, do your due diligence. That's what I know they call it in finance. Like, due diligence. Make sure, as somebody that is even like, when I was in school, they always said that as someone that is in charge of someone's finances, as someone that is in charge of someone's portfolio, one thing you should always do is do your due diligence. That is something you always should do. And that's another thing that I picked up from what Datola said last time.
Wow, amazing. I mean, everything that you've said is absolutely true. Some people don't realize the gravity of actually researching what you want to invest in. People want to buy stocks. Some people just go with the flow. It's like someone comes to you and says, "Oh, you see, Sean, I did this investment a few days ago, and wow, it worked. I got like £100 from it in 2 hours. So how about you try it?" And you're just like, "Oh, is that so? Okay, do it for me then. Just do it for me." Like, no, don't do it that way. Or did you ask questions? What did they do? How did they find out? You do your own research. Go online, see reviews about it. Are people comfortable with it? Does it feel safe? Call the investment company as well, or the agency, or whatever it is. Call them. Let them explain things to you the way it's done. I did mention that I invested earlier this year. Between late last year and early this year, although I took my money out a few months ago, but there's a reason for that. It was going really well. I was making a lot of profit as well. However, before I started, because I'm not really the risk taker, I'm not an adventurous person either. I don't I get scared very easily, and I just think about the negatives of things, like I can lose my money, so no. But I never think of, the bright side of things. But this time around, I decided to, take that step. So I called the agency, and I was on the phone for about an hour, just explaining and asking as much questions as I can to eradicate my doubt. And by the time I felt I was safe enough to invest with them, then I started. So you just need to do your research properly and ensure that it's a safe platform for you, and it's also a good platform for you as well. You can make your profits and everything. And I pray that the Lord God Almighty will lead us to the right investment platforms in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. After the break, of course, we're going on a break right now. And after that break, we will be answering questions. And look at that. We have questions already that people have sent in. Our viewers have sent in questions, and we'll be answering the questions after the break. Our song for the break is Anywhere by Ophils. Anywhere by Ophils.
Yeah, Ophils. All 3 beats. I can't live without you. I can't do without you. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa bá mi lọ. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa bá mi lọ. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa bá mi lọ. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa. Anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Hey. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone, my love. Anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Hey. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone, my love. Anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Hey. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone, my love. Anywhere I go, mama pariwo, I let the world know you. Mama like go because you came and set me free. I'm free indeed, on solid rock, that's where I'm standing. If no beef for your word in my life, what would I've been saying right now? Now, no more struggling, no more hustling, no more wrestling, your mentality. I can't live without you. Oh, hey. I can't do without you. Yeah, I cannot breathe without you, Lord. Oh, hey. I can't go without your word. Hey. Anywhere I go, 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 please follow me.
Keep calm and listen on MZ Radio London, station on the hill.
Hi, my name is Marvelous.
And I'm Cheryl. Join us every Friday at 2 o'clock on Youth Today
as we delve into youth affairs and lifestyle today. We look forward to sharing with you.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Of course, before the break, we did a little recap of what we've been talking about as regarding savings and investments. Yeah, I think we talked about a lot of things as well during this last 3 weeks, and we really hope that everyone has been able to understand really well the term savings and investments and how they can invest safely and get money out of it, because in the end that's what we're really going for. So yes, before the break I did mention that we will be having some questions from some of our viewers and answering them. So I will read the question out and then I'll hand over to Shaun to answer some of the questions. So the first question here we have, it says, as a teenager, how can I save and invest practically? I'm not working at the moment, so I only get pocket money from my parents, and it's not a lot. So how do I save and invest practically? Okay, so Shaun.
Oh, bless that person, really. But
So
it's so sweet to see that someone like that's really young also wants to save, which is good because you're starting to build good financial habits. You know, if you think about it, no matter how small the money is, if you always get money and you always finish it, no amount of money that you get again, even if it's bigger, would ever be enough for you. Yeah, because the more money you have, the more problems you have. Yes. It might not even problems, it might be the more things you want, the more things you want. Exactly. So like from now, it's good to start building good saving habits. You might not be able to invest yet because sometimes there's some investments that you can't go to if you're not of legal age, which in this country I believe is 18. In America it's 21. Different countries have their legal ages that you can begin to invest. So for now, maybe focus on saving and start building good spending habits and good saving habits. So from every amount of money you get, try as much as possible to save I mean, if you're a Christian, you should be giving 10% of that money, if you can, to the church, I mean, as your tithe. But after that 10%, just try again and try to save at least 10 to 15%. Normally for adults, I would say always after your 10% for tithe, always try to save 25% of your income. For adults, I always encourage that. And there's something I learned about savings as well. But because this person is a young person, then it's okay, because practically you're still under your parents, you're still under adults that are caring for you. So whatever you're saving for, it's not as if you're saving to get something specifically, or you're saving for a time where you'll be broke or something. No, you're still under, but you're just saving to be able to build your saving and spending habits. So yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, like she said, technically 25%, so 20 to 25% is a good amount to save every time you get money in, especially monthly. But that's for adults. For a young person, I want to believe, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, the asker of this question, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to believe that you don't have as much expenses as you would when you are an adult right now. So you're a teenager, so your parents basically provide for you, I'm guessing, let's say, clothes, food, housing, education. You don't need to pay for all these things. So basically what they give you is your own pocket money. So I'd advise you to, reduce your spending a bit. You need to be the one to calculate this yourself. So what do you need your money for? Are you spending it on a lot of unnecessary things? Then you need to cut that down. And then the amount of money, you realize that the amount of money you spend on these things every week or every month is actually a lot of money. And then you can actually take that percentage of the money and save it. So for example, if your parents give you, I'm just saying, this is just an example, of course. If your parent give you maybe £30 every week, is that a good amount? I don't know how much parents give their children.
30 every month if you're a child. Because you
well,
really have nothing you're spending your money on.
I feel like parents really, spoil their children a bit these days. What do you think?
No, I feel like they would rather buy them stuff, but not give them £30 every week. No, I don't think so.
Okay, is that too much? Okay, let's say every month. Forgive me, please. Let's say every month. Then parents out there, please, how much do you give your children?
Exactly, please correct.
Let us know. Please in the comment section, we want to know, please, children.
How much give me pocket money?
Pocket money. I don't really know. I've gone past the age of receiving pocket money from my parents now, so I don't know how much it is. But let's say you get £30 every month. There are 30 days in the month. Perfect. So you're basically splitting, maybe you're using £1 every day. It probably doesn't work like that. But I mean, you can
that's
take...
That's bad.
That's bad.
Now you're saying £1.
That I say it sounds bad. I think it's more than that. In fact, I'm like 70% it's more than 30. Parents give their children more than £30 every month.
When you say £1 every day, like, yeah, that's small.
But what if there are 31 days in that month? And that you have 1 day of not having money. Okay, I don't know how much it is, but probably depending on the parents' financial stability as well, it'll probably increase. But let's just say you get about 50 quid every month as pocket money. You can save £5, £10 out of that. £5 is 10% of the money. You can save 20% of the money, which becomes £10, like Shion suggested. So you can save £10 or £15 or £12 or something. Just put that money aside somewhere. Get a piggy bank. You probably don't have a bank as a teenager. You probably don't have a bank account, so get a piggy bank somewhere. Or they have these things they sell on Amazon. Just tell your parent to get you. It's like a cash saving machine, like a mini ATM box, something like that. So you put your money in, it counts it for you, tells you how much you have left, and then at the end of the year, or at the end of 6 months or something, you can actually count the money inside the box and see how much you've saved. You'll be surprised at your progress. So please, guys, take a bit of that money out and save it. You have to determine which one it is, but we would advise you, both myself and Sharon would advise you to save 20 to 25% and see how much you make at the end of the year. And your parents will be proud of you and you'll be happy as well. So yeah, you were saying.
I was just going to say, remember we said, because they're younger children, I feel like 20% might look a bit too much, because if they say, oh, I'm getting £50, why am I saving £10? Then what will I used to buy my snacks in school? What will I used to do? All those things. Right. Do you get what I mean? Well, I feel like another way around it, you're living in your parents' house. If you pack food from the house, they're not going to stop you.
There are ways to deal with this. You're very right. And in some schools, they give the children food, don't they?
In them lunch. So most of the things that they're buying is just things that they feel like they want, or maybe they see other people buying and all these things. So sometimes in life, I feel like the older you go, the more you start to realize that you have to close your eyes to some things around you because of the greater good, like what you want to achieve later. Or so if you set a goal for yourself and say, oh, by the end of the year, I want to have saved £100. If you save £10 every month, by the end of the year, you've saved over £100.
Yes. I mean, I understand that your pocket money that you get from your parents is not a lot. I mean, if you say that to us, then it probably isn't a lot, really. But I still feel like you can cut down on your spending. You can even ask your parents for advice. Mom, I want to save some of the money that I get from you. How do I do it? Because I spend my money on snacks and I want to know how. They'll probably advise you to take food from home. All they need to do is buy extra things for you from Lidl or wherever they shop. So they buy extra snacks.
And the funny thing is, they'll be so happy. They will be so happy to know that you say.
If I were to tell my mom that, recently actually I showed my mom, this is me, I'm grown up now, I'm no longer a teenager, and I showed my mom like the money I'd saved, because we were having a conversation and somehow we led to that. So I told her, oh, this is how much I've saved since I started working. You needed to see my mom's reaction. It was priceless. I wish I got it on camera. She was shocked, excited, proud, everything you could tell from her face. She was like, what?
That happened to me recently as well. Like my dad wanted to, well, I'm not a big child, but my parents believe that they're still supposed to pay my rent and they're supposed to be giving me money every month. Yes, I know. Nobody should say anything. I like it like that.
Lucky you.
But still, though, like my dad wanted to send money for me to get something. I was now like, oh, don't worry, I'll get it with my money. And it was going, like, the price was really high. I was like, I'll get it with my money, but you can send the money. He was like, oh, it might take a few days for the money to get. I was like, don't worry, I'll pay for it now, and then you can send the money later. And he was like, okay. Okay, but I hope that not give him any ideas to stop sending the money.
Let's hope he didn't give him any ideas. Okay, guys, but seriously, I mean, look at that. Those are priceless reactions from parents of grown children, youth, basically. So imagine yourself as a teenager telling your parents, you look so mature to them. They'll be so proud of you. I feel like, wow, okay. Definitely. You never know. They might even increase the number. I know my mom would do that. My mom would 100% do that. If I told her, Mom, the pocket money you're giving me, I want to save some of it. I can just see my mom adding like 20 pounds to my pocket money every month. I can just see that happening. So guys, please, ask for, tell them, Mom, I want to save money up. Can you get my snacks for me from Lidl while we go shopping? Or I'll pick my snacks out by myself. Can you please include that as well? So I don't need to spend my money on snacks anymore and I can save my money that I'm getting. And before you know it, you have enough money to pay for your university education. I'm just saying. All right. I know you probably will get to that. I'm just having a laugh. Okay. So we'll be rounding up now. That's the question that we got from one of our viewers. We really, really, really appreciate that question. If you have any other questions regarding savings and investments, please do forward it to us. We will tackle it definitely in probably our next program on Friday if we have enough time. We'll probably do that at the beginning of the program or something. So do send your questions. Don't think because we're rounding up the program you shouldn't send your questions. Do send up the questions and we will treat them when next we have enough time. So thank you very much for joining us today. A very big thank you to my beautiful co-host for all her contributions. Thank you to our producer. Thank you to Allfields. Thank you to MZ Radio London as well. Thank you to all our viewers out there. Thank you for always joining us. Don't forget to join us again next week. Same time, same station. Look forward to seeing you. Don't forget to follow all our social media platforms as well. We've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got Facebook, and of course we've got our YouTube channel as well. Everything at AP Radio UK. Thank you once again. We will see you next week. Until then, have a good day. God bless you.
Bye.
We want to bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not all His benefits. Who forgives all our iniquities, who heals all our disease. Bless the